85. These words would not exist unless the river had wound its course. There would be no paintings, no music, no stage to perform on, no words. It takes time to create a masterpiece. It requires experience and skill. One never knows when it's finished until it is. See your life as a work in our hands. 86. One door closes and one opens. When a door is closed, don't linger outside it. Walk away without a backward look. That house served its purpose. Yes, the way ahead may not yet have revealed itself, but better the unknown than what once was. See how it brings you home to peace. Letting go is guaranteed to do that. There's no longer a burden to carry. You've grown, gained experience, learned, healed, none of which could have happened without those choices and events. When the clothes don't fit anymore, you need new ones. 87. You write this because it's the sound of your own voice. You do it because this is what you do and you're good at it. You need no one's approval or validation to create. Just accept your fate. You're not on a need-to-know basis. You just need to discover who you are. You just need to heed the inner voice if it tells you to reach for the stars. You'll get there when you get there. You'll do it in your own way. Don't try and emulate another. Don't give your power away. Don't put yourself into a box. Don't follow the crowd. Don't be swayed by all the opinions, though they be loud. No one has the answer. Your own magic is all you need. This is your life and no one else's. That's all you've got to see. 88. It's okay to be afraid. You don't have to feel bad for that. It's part of what makes you human. Part of being a woman or a man. When fear arises, you must choose to trust. You know there's a power that's greater than you. Let that be enough. The answer is always going to come when you ask. Being patient as you wait is the task. 87. You sometimes wonder why you've had to suffer, but the way out of this maze is to accept that you have. And since you have, then what meaning do you give it? Despite it, choose who you are. Can you see that it's because you have suffered the questions arise? That's when all has been stripped away and there's only you left. That there's nothing left to discover but yourself. If life is cruel, Who are you in response? If it takes away those you love, is there love for yourself? Is there love for the rest? Is there still love when there's only you left? When they are gone, you see there's only you. This is hard to understand. When they were there, it's not the things you do that gives it meaning. It's the meaning that you give the things. So then, what meaning do you give to now? So much water has gone under the bridge. Was it all for nothing? A waste? Were your choices bad? A part of the plan? At least now, you know, no one has the answers. The best they can do is give you something to contemplate. You still need every one of them as they need you to determine the course of fate. 88. Let it all go. The control, the needs you think you have. Come home to the moment where the true power is. Make choices from your heart. If it doesn't go the way you think it should, look deep within and listen. You'll find the answer to the lesson the universe is teaching. Know thyself. 88. Yes, there is a lot of stupidity in the world. There's not much you can do about that. Just see that none of it resides in you anymore. The rest has got nothing to do with you. Stand strong in your sense of self. Honor and enforce your values. Keep the boundaries healthy. Just believe in yourself and let life unfold. If people try to waste your time or question your path, cut them off. You don't have to like them. You must love you. Energies of the past can manifest. It's just time to finish that business. The key is to not let it get to you. See them slowly age, then die. That's something they're not thinking about, so you know what that means for them. 90. You don't plan when the flow ends, but you can feel it when it eases. You're not always going to have something to say. You're the one who gives it meaning. You've come to the realization of the soul's work and the lower expressions of the flesh. You can no longer tune out the divine as if it doesn't exist. You've seen how they cannot help you except to cause growth. You've accepted the nature of solitude. You've acquired self-worth. It takes courage to have faith as life seems to fall apart. To understand that you don't run the show is an art. When you see that it boils down to yourself, it inspires you to stay true. No one is going to save you. That doesn't mean you don't need others. No one does life alone. It just means you must be yourself to the bone. Don't betray your instincts. Use your silent power. You're free to choose how you respond in the darkest hour. 91. Well, I must thank Charles again. He reminded me that despair is preferable to conformity, even after you've prayed for relief from the grind of your hard path. No one said solitude is easy, even though you need it. It's a paradox of the awakened soul on fire. I love him, but I don't want to be him. And all the writers who tried failed. Now it's pretty much in the past. Now he too is pretty much forgotten. But no one has come along to take his place. They got all these agendas. They want to become writers, but it's not what they do. It's not coming from the same place. They got the most popular playlists that numb the senses from track one, and they're all trying to get their shit on them like that's something to be done. But it's the biggest pile of creative shit yet built by those who will give up anyway. It's just something they imagine they want to be from the warped ego drives of an oversaturated society that unconsciously tries to poison the flowers growing in the cracks of trampled sidewalks. No, I'm not going to attack them. I'm not going to try and annihilate who they are. I'm as forgettable and transient as any of them. I'm just another one reaching for the stars. But thanks, Charles, for the reminder of why the words spill onto the page. You're right. I don't need a fucking reader to be able to enjoy this, even though I'm trying to help. Yeah, I know. I am going to keep doing this, no matter what, as long as the flow goes on. It's part of how I keep my soul company, part of how I make sense of who I am. I'm not going to betray the gods. They're the only ones I'll ever surrender to. And since I know they put the words in my soul, then that's what I'm going to do. Thanks for sending Charles. Thanks for his personal truth. It's not the same as mine, but it's similar. A recognition of why the show must go on.